Is Ed Gein the true mindhunter? Was Adeline Watkins the real monster? Of course not! It's no to both on today's Cave Waves. Just finished the monster Ed Gein story on Netflix, Ryan Murphy's latest rage-inducing killer miniseries. He's got something to be mad at for everybody in this thing. What, they couldn't find a fat guy to play Hitchcock? Did Ed Gein even own a chainsaw? And why the hell is he so sexy?
Who knows?
There's merit to all those issues, but that's not what my problem is. What's got me up in arms and flat out disgusted is, since when does Ed Gein deserve redemption? And what the hell did any of the women portrayed in this show do to Ryan Murphy to deserve the smear campaign against them in every episode? All the female characters in here, their character names are the real names of the people they're based on. But why? Why? Why use the real names when A, you do them so dirty, and B, we know so little about the people being portrayed that it seems downright cruel to use the narrative license to make them so evil. Sure, Ed's mom, Augusta, she was by all accounts evil. She did die yelling at a Jezebel.
She is an unwed harlot!
And you know, I'll even forgive that they made her skinny. Augusta's supposed to be big boned, okay? She's supposed to. But in this way we got Laurie Metcalf. I'll never say no to a Laurie Metcalf appearance.
Promise me you will never be involved with a Jezebel.
But can we all just take a minute to grieve over the portrayal of Adeline Watkins? Seen in this show as played by Suzanna Son, according to Monster, Adeline was also a psychopath, obsessed with death and fame, and a willing accomplice and contributor to Ed's activities. And it's not just hinted at, okay? She's point blank saying this stuff, like, Ed, you rule and I'm into this.
Did she struggle?
There's an episode where she goes out of town and encourages Ed to go find a dead body to bone in place of her. Yeah.
I don't like the other girls in town, and they don't like me neither.
Well, maybe you should do it with somebody who can't say no.
That way he can knock boots with that while she's gone. Then when she's back in town, she finds out Ed likes it really cold down there now.
You're too warm.
So what am I gonna do? Oh, I know. I'll hop in an ice bath for you, Ed. Now it'll be like the dead body you're looking for. And not to mention that she's cheating on Ed willy-nilly, and how she's awful to her only friend in the world.
You're not a city girl. You lack sophistication, so... Bye.
Because, you know, she's going to be a big apple gal now. Oh, also, she wishes a lady dead.
I'm gonna laugh at your funeral.
Which she does, while wearing a red dress.
There's something wrong with you.
Then when Ed finally gets caught, she can't wait for her moment in the sun. Like, she is eating up these flashing bulbs. According to this show, she's a psychopathic narcissist who only wants fame and fortune.
I am happy to answer any questions you might have about me personally, my artistic ambition.
But let's take a look at the facts we do know about the real Adeline Watkins, who was 50 when all this went down, meanwhile played by a 29-year-old. All the information we have is based on one interview she gave to a newspaper after Ed got busted, and then the retraction she gave a week later. And here's the info she gave. 1, she loves to read. 2, Ed was a sweet man. 3, she originally said she dated him off and on for 20 years, and then says, no, actually, it was for barely a year or something. She never went in his house. They went to one movie together, It's a Wonderful Life, BT dubs.
I'll give you the moon, all right?
I'll take it.
But that's it. That is the only known information about the real Adeline Watkins. So where does this show get off making her just as horrible as Ed?
You'd do it for me, wouldn't you, Ed?
And even more horrible because she doesn't learn her lesson, but more on that later. How do we go from that info to having her boning in a graveyard after accepting a proposal? Like, fine, I get it. This is not a documentary. You're allowed to stretch it and stuff, okay? It doesn't have to be word for word accurate. But why on earth do they have to name her Adeline Watkins? Call her Madeline Atkins or something. It can sound like Adeline Watkins. I just don't understand the balls of this show to give it the real person's name.
About a 9 on the tension scale, Rube.
Meanwhile, the way they paint Ed Gein is he's a misunderstood soul, led down the wrong path by the real bitches in his life, his mom, a Nazi, and his many, many paramours. Yeah, sure, he gets up to some weird stuff, but according to this show, the ladies could not get enough of him. Like Bernice Warden, another real person that was murdered by Ed Gein in real life. She's sex crazy in this show and only has eyes for Ed.
I'll let you wear my panties.
But the biggest reach the show pulls, Ed Gein-wise, is what they do when he's finally locked up in the mental hospital. Dude spent like almost 30 years in there. According to Monster, the Ed Gein story, while he's in there, old Eddie Gein solved the mystery of Ted Bundy. That's right. According to this show, Ed Gein caught Ted Bundy.
Anyhow, his name is Ted.
I'm sorry.
Well, that's short for Theodore, which is my middle name.
Thanks to his pen pal Richard Speck, Ed knows just who they're looking for. What a hero.
I gave the police the big break they were looking for.
No, you didn't, you cocksucker. All you do is suck cocks.
I can hear the haters out there now going, well, actually, since it's revealed in episode 7 that Ed is imagining things that didn't really happen.
Ed, you were doing both voices. It was yourself you were talking to.
That justifies everything we saw about Adeline and all the other characters, because those never really happened, right? So if he didn't have ham radio convos with the Nazi or Christine Jorgensen, then all that other stuff we saw didn't happen either. I'm calling bullshit on that. The show is not saying that Adeline was a figment of Ed's imagination, because according to this show, she comes back in Ed's life right before he dies, and she's just as evil, if not worse. She comes to Ed to say, you know what, I'm messed up just like you, Ed, and I got this list of people I want to kill. Can you help me?
And when I woke up, I was at a desk writing this list.
Hey, what is it?
People I gotta get rid of.
And of course, Ed, who's healed by this point, says, oh, I don't want to kill anybody.
I don't like thinking of you doing those things.
The problem is, the show has already established that Ed no longer has these visions, because there's this huge breakthrough.
And all I ever wanted to be was a good son.
Where they realize he's schizophrenic, and now he's going to have meds that he can take, and he will not see that fractured reality anymore. That's what the show tells us.
There's a pill I can give you.
What'll it do?
It'll stop the voices, stop you seeing things.
That means when Adeline shows up, when he's old and gray, they're saying that really happened. She really was like, I'm just as messed up as you, Ed, and guess what? I still want to kill. So by having Adeline show up 30 years later, they're saying that is real and it's happening. I mean, Ed even comments, I thought you were fake, but you're real.
Thinking that you weren't real, it was very confusing to someone like me.
Ed Gein has never deserved a redemption. He's already gotten more than he's worth because he inspired 3 stone-cold classics. He's a mentally ill murderer and a grave robber. He's got more infamy now than he's ever deserved. So what the hell is the point of this show? Like, what are you course correcting here? What are you telling us about Ed Gein with this Netflix show? He does not need a sexy representation.
No.
Honestly, I think the next season of Monster should be the Adeline Watkins story, where after Ed gets arrested, she goes on to become a world-famous director of Psycho, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and The Silence of the Lambs. All based on this one crazy guy that she used to pal around with back in the day. Oh, what's that? You think that'd be disrespectful to the memory of Alfred Hitchcock, Tobe Hooper, and Jonathan Demme? What, because she really didn't direct those movies? Well, how the hell do you think the memory of Adeline Watkins feels right about now?
Not great, Bob.